Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with you with another divorce thread. I can't stop reading these. I work the child support, and it's just kind of a vestige, if I'm using that word right, of the job because I used to see all these cases so often. All right, I'm explaining myself too much, but we got special guest Mark in the house.
Hey, how's it going?
Let's take a look. So now this post is written by Ain't No Surgeon. Still married, and she's dating while I pay the bills. Oh, man. That sounds pretty terrible. All right. Without getting into too much detail, hopefully, we've been married 6 years, together 8, and have 2 dogs. Both of us early 30s. So they don't have kids. I guess that'll make things smoother. She asked for a divorce after most of our marriage has been unhealthy. Never should have got married. I was immature, and a large reason was to calm her insecurities. Other guys cheated on her, not me. So it sounds like he's dealing with someone with some past trauma already. I think I've been in an emotionally and verbally abusive relationship with a vulnerable narcissist. Legitimately might fit the criteria for NPD. I kid you not. She cried to me about how she can't change being shallow, and I'm not attractive enough for her. God, man, could you imagine being married to someone and they're just like, you're not attractive enough for me.
How do you get this far?
Yeah. I swear to God, you know how you get that far? It's just one step at a time. You just keep letting them take 1 inch at a time, and and then pretty soon you're married for 10 years and it's bad. Been isolated from my friends and family, constantly criticized, and I've pretty much let my physical health and mental well-being go to shit. Yeah, letting the physical health isn't good, I probably have MS. I don't know what MS is.
Multiple sclerosis?
That's what I was like. I don't know if it was like a mental type of thing he was talking about. And she gaslit me out of getting proper care.
Oh, man.
Telling me and her fam I'm a hypochondriac and faking it. Wow, that's terrible. We moved around for my medical school, and she got a bachelor's and master's in the process. She makes it clear she sacrificed the world for me. She was a pre-K teacher with no education or plan to do anything more, hated her job. And how horrible our life is, and made me feel like I owe her repeatedly. She decided on, you know what, bro? I feel like if a woman's not really attracted to you or in love with you, and if you're in a relationship and that's the case, no matter how much you do for her, she's going to feel like you owe her. Just by her being with you or just being in a relationship with you, like you owe her, but it's never going to be enough.
Right. I'm your gift.
Exactly. She decided on divorce, and I resisted initially, but eventually gave up. We then agreed on the divorce. She would pay bills so she could stay. My dad owns the house while I'm in medical school. Man, that's bad. It's like he's just being nice. All right, you can stay here. She helps with the bills, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you guys are going to split, that's how he ends up with her dating, and you got to see all this stuff. They don't got no kids. They got the dogs, but, figure that out.
Yeah.
She told me to go ahead and start dating, which I have not been looking, but said she had no interest and wouldn't be. She then decided she would, after the fact, even though she said she wasn't. Okay, fine. If she's paying the bills, whatever, I can deal. Well, her job hasn't worked out, and now she has no income and waiting to get hired out of state. She cried her way into me agreeing to let her stay if she cleaned the house and made dinner. You know what's so funny about this? It's like she's agreeing to do all the normal stuff a wife would do.
Yeah.
To have a house provided for you without having to work, which ironically sounds like being married.
Yeah. I don't understand.
I don't know, man. You might as well just be a good wife at this point.
Hey, maybe try something different.
Yeah. And I would pay the bills with student loan money. Oh, man. But told her my discomfort with her dating, if that's the case. Yeah. So don't sleep with anybody else. Do the house chores. I pay for where you live. We live together.
Put your ring on.
Just
put your ring back on.
Sounded kind of familiar.
Yeah, just put your ring back on. What are we doing?
All right. Anyway, so she spends 4+ hours getting ready and went on a date anyway. Oh, my God. Even having me help her clean her car the day prior. Dude, this post is full of all kinds of fails.
Man.
She's going on a date. She's doing all this stuff. She's not paying any bills. Man. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Or just clean your own damn car at the very least. It's at least 1.25 hours away, so she's spending money on gas while I'm feeding her, plus whatever she spends with this guy. And didn't need me to get dinner that night, but was clear she didn't eat while out, and the next day complained of her legs being sore for no reason.
Man.
Oh, man.
Man.
Then tonight, she is going to go on another date, and her car battery dies in the driveway. Karma, ? Which I ignored the best I could. And then she has the nerve to ask me to help her boost it. Man, dude. I don't even... It's just like... I don't know why... I mean, I know why. It's because he's probably still in love with her. The first problem is, if like, whether it's an open relationship or you guys are getting divorced and start deciding whatever his situation is. If she's like, okay, let's start dating other people. I'm just going to say, like, as a woman, especially if she's like moderately attractive to really attractive, she's going to get those dates a lot faster than this guy who's not a surgeon yet and is in debt and probably doesn't have that much free spending cash. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if he goes on a dating market and she goes on the dating market, she's going to have like 10 dates lined up. He's not probably going to have 0 still.
Right.
So it's just like, go away.
Yeah.
You guys are going at 2 different paces. Like, why put yourself through all that torture? It's ridiculous, you know? She's made it clear over the years that I'm horrible and owe her everything. And everything bad in her life is a result of me putting school ahead of her. And it's like, this guy's going to be a surgeon. He's going to make some big money.
Yeah.
Going to medical school is not easy. And he's doing this to provide for her.
She just had to wait, man. I think.
All she had to do was wait. She's killing it for herself. But she's disgusted by the guy at this point for some reason.
Yeah.
The light switch is flipped. It's over, you know? He's lucky she's getting divorced right now. Yeah. That she wants to leave right now. They need to do the paperwork and finish this before he actually has money. But he will... Well, ironically, her job hasn't... I'm trying to figure out who pays whose spousal support. If he gets divorced now, they both aren't making any money. The judge might do a no spousal support for either party.
Just pure separation.
Which is good. And then he becomes a surgeon later on and then doesn't have to worry about her. How I've taken away her chance of having kids after we just started trying. She chose this. So they're both in their 30s. She might be having fertility issues. I feel like I owe her. I feel like any man with half a testicle would say otherwise. But I still can't help but feel bad for her and obligated to help her, even while she crushes whatever manhood I have left. I don't know what to do. We have no assets. I'm above $200K in debt, which is fine. I'll be a physician. And she has about 0 to $20K. So we have nothing to fight over or get a lawyer for. Look, this divorce is easy right now. I am tempted to tell her to get to GTFO, get the F out, but also want to spend as much time with my dogs as possible. She'll have more time for them. And it's like, okay, we all love our dogs. My God, I loved my dog so much. He passed away. Shout out to Shah. Anyways, that's what dogs. Imagine if they had 2 kids together instead of 2 dogs.
That'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you end up in a situation right there.
Now question. Right, so... earlier in the post, he said that they live in their dad's.
Yeah.
It was in his dad's house.
Yeah, so his dad owns the house they live in.
So there's no way that she could possibly like take that, right?
Well, no. Because if the house was in his name, then yeah. So if they've been married for 6 years, they just say he bought the house before they got married. Mm-hmm. All right. And he put like a $50,000 down payment.
Right.
Okay. Then they get married. Okay. Now, the house is just in his name. He's paying the monthly mortgage on the house. Technically, all the money he brings in after the marriage is community property with her.
Right.
So his money and her money are the same entity. So he's paying the mortgage on the house, even if it's his job. If that goes on for years, the more and more the house gets paid off, well, it starts to look more and more like her house because that's community assets being used to pay the house.
Correct,
right. So if someone owns a house outright before they get married, then you own a house. It's worth $400,000. You get married. Okay. You get married. 5 years later, you're getting divorced. But in that 5 years, your house went from $400,000 to $650,000. You owe half of the gain in the house.
The difference between.
Yes. So that would be, $250,000 up from 400. You'd owe her $125,000.
Wow.
So in this case, it's his dad's house. They've just been living there. She gets nothing.
Okay.
Because she's not married to the dad.
Because I'm real paranoid. Like,
no, I know.
I kind of feel like they always find a way to like, oh, whoa, this house also is going to be part of the. Like, no, wait, hold on now.
Exactly.
I don't own this house. This is my dad's
reminds
house.
me of that song, Big Timers. I'm hood rich. Everything in my mama name. All right. So that's basically it. We got a TLDR. I'm resorting to Reddit. I have no real friends anymore and anyone to vent to other than my therapist. I was in an okay place mentally today until realizing what she probably did last weekend, i.e. going out. And that's, getting it in. She didn't need dinner. Her legs were sore.
Yeah.
We all know what happened.
Man.
Ugh. Anyways, sorry. I can't resist. Not even sure I'm asking anything or just ranting. Appreciate you. So yeah, it's just a situation. I see the out for the guy. The out for the guy is get her out of the house.
Get away. Yeah.
Get her away. Get the divorce filing. Serve her. Get her out of the house. And just make it clean, whatever it is.
Yeah.
She'll kick and scream because she's got the easy life. He's paying the bills. She's out here dating who she wants to date.
Yeah.
And this guy's going to be a surgeon soon. He's going to have some money. And he needs to get out of there. Problem is, he's probably still in love with her a little bit. Which is especially at the end when he's talking about being depressed and all these kinds of things and about what she did the other night. It's because he still has feelings for her. And those darn feelings.
Yeah, that's...
Anything else on this one?
Yeah, no, it's rough, man. That's just another nightmare story in the time we live in. Where the lady has no shame, right? She's out there doing her thing, going back to the same house.
While still married, going to the same bed.
With no job.
Yeah.
And basically having that guy pay for her ability to go out there and do what she's doing.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you have a guy that lost his strength. He doesn't have the ability to defend himself.
Like emotionally. His confidence is gone. And yeah, I think the only real solution is separation. Get her out as fast as possible. Yeah.
He needs some time alone.
He needs to at least file a legal separation for the marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, and then he's at least got a good thing. So when he finishes medical school, then he'll become a surgeon. And then maybe he'll get a boost in confidence with some new money he's making. Or he'll just get over her.
Yeah.
And then he can find someone else.
Yeah,
then not sign marriage paperwork with them, but live together, do whatever they want to do, play house if you want.
Yeah, it's a terrible story, but I think his situation's a lot better than a lot of the other stories I've heard.
Oh yeah, especially with no kids and then no assets to fight over. The house isn't commingled between them. He's actually in a good position. He just doesn't understand it yet.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. We'll try to find others. If you ever have stories of your own, feel free to send them to me. That'd be great. You can find me on IG at OutlawShah. And we got Mark Senpai. Mark, thanks for joining us. Maybe we'll get you for more.
Hey.
All right. See you later.